What is going on, guys? My name is Keggernaut, but just call me Keg, and welcome to the Nighthold tanking series for normal and heroic. This does not cover any mythic mechanics, just strictly normal and heroic. And today's boss we're going to be going over is Spellblade Aluriel. So this boss is not that hard of a boss for tanks to deal with. It's pretty simple. You're only really going to have to worry about one big thing, and that's called Annihilate, but we'll get to that in a second. So first things first, you have a 2-tank fight, and you have to just face the boss away from the raid. You don't want to clip any melee, you don't want to get anybody in front of her, just you and your other tank have to stay in front. You don't want to turn her around. So once you get that out of the way and you figure out where exactly it is that you're going to tank her, there's no specific spot that you have to stand. You can choose almost anywhere and you can get it you get the job done. However, you don't want to turn her in front of the raid like I already previously mentioned. So for Annihilate that I mentioned before, it is a casted attack and a channeled attack at the same time. So she's going to cast an ability called Annihilate, which is going to inflict a debuff on her primary target, which is going to make them take 75% additional damage from all of the boss's physical attacks. This includes Annihilate, which is a physical attack, and her regular melee auto attacks. So that first debuff is going to go off on the main tank. That's going to be 75% additional damage. And then as soon as that cast is done with, she's going to channel another ability called Annihilate. It's a 4-second channel, and this is going to be split between you and the co-tank. So both of you guys stand in front of the boss at the same time with this, and you'll split the damage for that. After Annihilate goes off, both the cast and the channel and all of that's settled with, then your co-tank who does not have a debuff is going to taunt the boss. Reason being is because you don't want to have your main tank get that 75% additional melee damage and affect that health bar. So you're going to want to split it and make sure that your co-tank taunts after the first Annihilate is done with. When the second Annihilate is about to be casted, the tank who already has 1 stack of this debuff is going to taunt another time so that they can get 2 stacks of the debuff, and then they'll split the damage again from the channel of Annihilate. After that is done with, then the co-tank who does not have any stacks yet is going to be able to just tank the boss for the rest of the time until they get 2 stacks. Now, everything that I just said about those debuff switching might be a little bit hard for some people to follow. It kind of is like the nightmare that Ursoc was, because just the taunts are too much. So for the main gist of it, you can just get 1 tank with 2 stacks and get another tank with 2 stacks, and then just keep switching like that. The damage of Annihilate, the auto attacks of the boss, really don't hurt that much in normal and heroic, so you don't have to worry about this convoluted taunt swapping that I just talked about. However, if damage taken on your tanks is an issue, then you can follow suit with that method that I had already explained. Now, once the tanks get all the situations done with taunting and managing that debuff and managing Annihilate, then the only thing left to do is that the tanks have to pick up all of the adds that spawn. This is very easy to do. You grab all the frost adds on top of each other, you just cleave them down. You grab all the fire adds, you cleave them down. And then you grab all the arcane adds and you cleave them down. That's how you do it in normal. On heroic mode, the frost adds, when you cleave them together and you put them all on top of each other, they will put like a blue circle on the ground. You're going to want to make sure that you don't get pushed out of the circle. That's important, otherwise you will get frozen and then you have to get broken out by your DPS. So make sure you don't get frozen from the circle. The fire adds will start channeling an ability, so you really actually, well, they won't channel, they'll cast an ability, so you can't really grab them all together. They mostly will stay in place. So make sure that your DPS handle that and they stack them in the right spots. Now, the arcane adds, what's going to happen is that she's going to throw these like arcane orbs up into the air, and then they're going to come crashing down. Most of your raid should be, if they will be doing this strat, they should be stacking on top of the tanks, and then they will kite the boss around the room, so you can kind of stack those arcane adds as close as possible in heroic mode. After that, all you got to do is just stick the boss in the middle and try and get as much cleave on those arcane adds as possible, because they will be channeling an ability that will just do a ton of damage if they can get off. So besides that, besides dealing with the adds in normal, which is pretty easy, you just stack them all on top of each other, and then on heroic, you stack all the frost ones, and then you just try and get as much cleave with the boss, reposition her so that she can get right into the middle of all the other adds, especially the fire ones and the arcane ones. So besides the add positioning and the taunt swaps with Annihilate, that's pretty much it for tanks. It's a very simple fight. All you got to do is manage your damage taken. So that's going to be it, guys. If you're interested in the rest of the Nighthold taking series, click the link in the description down below. It takes you to the rest of the playlist. If not, you can go click on the videos on the screen right now and they'll take you to a different one. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.